Hello, it's the 2nd of January and I'd like to tell you about my eating today. Still no sugar. My husband made a pizza today. Now that's a very rare occasion, you know. It's like, ooh, made from scratch. Well, he got the pastry or bread or whatever in a roll and put it out, and he made all the, chopped up the vegetables and fried the meat and put that on. And he knows that I'm not allergic, but sensitive to mushrooms. So half of it had mushrooms on it, and my side didn't have mushrooms on it, you know. And it had pepperoni, which was a little bit fatty. But you know, if your husband makes something with love, you eat it, don't you? But it was very good. But then we found some shortbread. I had found this shortbread yesterday and I'd hid it, and I put it out and then I hid it, and you know, you can't really hide it because you know where it is. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm thinking, if it's there on the counter, I'm going to see it. But it's like, if I hide it in a cupboard, I won't see it. But you know it's there, and it calls out to you in the night. I'm in the cupboard. Come and eat me. So I just had to talk to it and say, "Okay, you're coming out the closet." But you're not getting eaten. So all my guests that are coming, a lot of guests come, and they're all getting force-fed this shortbread. They're little tiny ones. A Czech friend made them from me. Yeah, but it's being a Scot. If you know the Hogmanay tradition of first footing, and they go after the bells when it's midnight. They call it the bells because the bells are ringing ding dong. And I live near the River Clyde, and the boats were going toot toot, and it was quite a magical time of the year. And then the tradition was to go what they call first footing, and you would just go usually to a relative's house, but actually you could go to a total stranger's house as long as the lights were on and they were accepting people. And if you were tall, dark, handsome and a stranger, you were like the best luck ever. But if you were small and blonde, or small and red-haired was the worst, then that was going to bring bad luck. So basically it was the person who was first over your doorstep, they brought the luck for the year, or the lack of luck. And my grandmother, she was so superstitious. She used to look through the letterbox and she'd say, Who's there? Don't let Pat in." Pat's my older brother. He has to go last because he had ginger hair. Oh my goodness. So if you were dark haired, you were very welcome at that time of the year. So I got a little bit homesick thinking about all these things, and the shortbread was calling to me, "Eat me." And my this troll, "Eat me." Viking troll, no, stay down. So it was tough. It was very tough, but it was the same at Christmas time. I was looking at all this Quality Street and these little bowls put out for all the guests, and I can't remember if I've told you or not, but at Christmas time, well, for many, many years now, we've opened our house to those that are alone at Christmas. So this year it was quite a lot, because it's really for people who live in Iceland and that are alone. But somebody put it on another Facebook group which was for tourists. Oh, God love me. But so we got a lot of tourists, and I didn't know they were tourists until just a couple of days before, and when they were asking me how to get here, and I said, "Oh, you go to this bus station." I went, "Where's that?" And I thought, how can they not know Lemmer bus station? And then we discovered that they were tourists, so it's like 1/3. We had 28 people come, and 8 of them were tourists. So it was, I don't live in a mansion. It was really tight, really, really tight with all these people. So next year I'm going to have to put a stipulation that this is only for immigrants, because if people come to Iceland on a holiday, then of course they're planning which hotels or guest houses that they're going to be in. If I ever become a multimillionaire and I have a mansion, then that can take 100 people. We all can, sure, yeah, all the tourists can come as well. But for now it was like that. So it was you know, in every piece of shelf or counter space or coffee table area was covered in fruit and candy, and we had all this Quality Street and chocolate raisins, and it was a temptation. And sometimes people would be talking to me and I would be sort of semi-listening to them, but I'd be really looking at the sweeties on the table, thinking I could just sneak one, and these people don't know that I'm doing this program, but then I would know. And I think the fact that I'm doing this publicly really was like a big what can I say? It was like there was no escape for me. Like something was watching me. The world is watching. So yeah, it's been. Oh yeah, and I wanted to tell you something. You know, I'm allowed one ball of one ball of ice cream a month. So I was so busy preparing for all these guests that were coming that I forgot to buy ice cream, because I don't have it in the house, because that is going to be my, well, that is my biggest, what's the word, temptation. It's my biggest temptation, ice cream, especially chocolate ice cream. So I couldn't believe it. I thought, oh no, this was when I was going to have it at Christmas. So we went out a few days ago, and it was like 2 days before the end of the year. And I said to my husband, we have to buy this little tub of chocolate ice cream because I'm due my one scoop of ice cream. And he said, no, darling, you don't need it. You know, you're doing so well. And I said, no, but I'm only allowed. And he says, you can add it to next month. And I said, no, I'm not allowed to do that. I do it. And he, and he was holding me. No, it's okay. You don't need it. You're doing well. And I walked away. But part of me was like crying inside, going, don't take away my ice cream. But here I am. I'm still alive. I haven't died. Ice cream is still in the freezer in the supermarket. So, but this month, I want to have my bowl of ice cream. So, we shall see. Anyway, I don't want to go on too long, but just to let you know that I've got through another day. It's quite late now. It's almost midnight. And yeah, it's been a long day today. A lot of things going on. Because I was sick. I was sick for 3 weeks with the flu, and many things built up. So, and I had actually spoke with Dr. Glenn about doing this video thing every day, and then I got sick, and then I was so sick I could hardly even sit up, and you honestly didn't want to see me on video. But anyway, so we'll look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. And maybe, did I measure myself today? I can't remember. Anyway, this is it. A piece of string with one thing on it. I think we'll just measure me once a week, because I'm not. It's like watching your nails grow. It takes a week or so for it to see anything. So let's do it. So I think I measured myself yesterday, which was a Monday. So let's say that every Monday I'll do the measure with the one knot. The other two I'm not really so worried about, so we can do them like maybe once a month. But it's the belly one that I'm concerned about, because I have a fluffy belly, and it's going to be less fluffy as the year goes on. So my darlings, if you have any questions, if you would like to inspire me, if you would like to join me in this quest of getting rid of fluffy belliness, just give me a shout below. Write all the wee comments and all that. Okay. And I just want to tell you that I love you, and together we can do this. Thank you very much for supporting me. Bye.